This is a quick walkthrough of the Recruitment Consultant's Interview Guide. This is from the Interview Pro series, and this report was designed in conjunction with several recruitment agencies, and it's designed to interview candidates for recruitment consultant positions. So if you've got an agency and you're looking to hire new staff, then this is the report you should be using when you're interviewing your next candidate. So this is the icon here, so that's familiar to you, and I just want to very quickly take you through what you can expect. So as with all report, if you've asked additional details in the registration form, they appear here. And then of course we have the People Maps map, and again, you don't need to understand or use the map at all. It's for advanced tools and applications, and we provide it, and there is advanced training should you wish to understand more about the map, but it's not essential. You can use the report absolutely without it. So the first thing you come to is their natural sales style, and it describes this individual and how they approach selling. And for recruitment consultancy, of course, this is a key area. You'll also be provided with questions to ask and what to look for in their answers and why you're asking this. You then come to the first gauge, or first of many gauges, and what this is measuring is, are they proactive in influencing the decisions of others? So at 66 here, you can see that this particular person is so-so when it comes to influencing the decisions of others. And then you have another big area here, which is cold calling. Now, much of recruitment consultancy does require a lot of cold calling, so you kind of need to know if this is something that your candidate can cope with. And clearly here we can see at 85, that's a pretty good score, and cold calling isn't likely to faze this person here. So again, you've got questions to ask the candidate and what to look for in their answers. So this really helps you go deep. So the personality report is going to tell you a lot, but the questions and what to look for in the answers is going to take you deeper and really get to the root of, is this candidate going to be right for you? So then we look at commercial awareness, which again is very important. Where's the business likely to come from? Is the candidate results focused? Again, questions and answers, consultants' comments, and even development-based things to think about. Closing, can they actually close? And in this gauge here, also, can they and will they ask for money? And again, here, that's a pretty good score, so yeah, they don't have too much trouble asking for money. And again, pretty good score. They have a natural determination to close the sale. And remember, this is what we're always looking at here, is the natural preferred behaviour of individuals. And then rejection handling. Recruitment consulting tends to involve a lot of rejection. They have to talk to a lot of people. And therefore you want to know, how do they cope? Can they cope with rejection? And then customer focus, pretty important. Even down to things like managing and keeping appointments, pretty important if you can't have someone who turns up late at every appointment. And then it goes on and talks about the work environment. So what you can do is read the work environment this candidate needs, and you understand your own work environment, and are you able to offer something close to what that candidate needs? Because if you can't, they're going to struggle with your work environment. And then we'll look at, can they work under pressure? Again, questions to ask, very specific, and most of the questions are specific to this candidate. The questions can vary from candidate to candidate, and certainly what you should be looking for in their answers will always vary from candidate to candidate. Then we have some more on their natural sales ability, and more questions and more things to look for in their answers, and their ability to deal with difficult customers. Occasionally you'll come across a difficult customer, and can they deal with that? How do they deal with that? Now, not all recruitment agencies have a contact centre type feel, but they do spend a lot of time on the phone. So in some places it will feel more like a contact centre than others. And what we're looking at here is, okay, could they spend all day on the phone? Now, I say that might not be your environment, but if it is, then you want to know, are they going to be able to cope with that, and what would you need to do to counter that? You want to know if they're competitive, and can they work in a competitive work environment? Some people thrive in it, some people really do not. And again, it's all about questions and what to look for in the answers. And this is, again, dealing with this ability to deal in a repetitive work environment. Now, your work environment may or may not be repetitive. You need to make that judgment call, but you need to understand if it is repetitive, can that person cope? And then we'll look at the key strengths and what does this person fundamentally find easy to do, and of course, what do they find challenging? And then we're finally coming towards the end of this pretty long report. It says over 20 pages. I think we're 25 pages in this report. A lot of text, a lot of reading in it. And you wouldn't need to use all of this in an interview, of course. You could literally just pull out one or two sections, because each section will create a more detailed conversation, and it's that conversation that really reveals even more about this candidate and helps you make better hiring decisions. So again, motivation. You need to understand how this candidate is motivated, and if that's the kind of motivation that you can provide, and can they cope. So there we go, that's the 25-page Interview Pro Recruitment Consultants report.